Welcome back to the show. Great to have you with us. We just heard from Al Horford up there on the dais. He's, 15-year vet, the most experience of anybody on this Boston team, and man, did he show up in such a huge way. How was he able to be at his best when his best was absolutely needed?
Absolutely. It was having poise, Scott. And I asked him how he was able to channel that at the most important part of the game, especially when he hasn't been on this stage before. And he was so diplomatic. He credited all his teammates for putting him in a good position to be there. He said that, it was Jaylen Brown who started getting us on a roll to start that fourth quarter. And they just set me up well. I was able to knock down the shots, not get ahead of myself. So I spoke to Grant Williams off to the side, and he told me, the thing about Al, you can't speed him up. He may not get into his shot the fastest. He may not be the guy who is the sexiest out on the floor, but you cannot speed him up. He's so specific in his motions and what he does. He's so specific in his prep. You cannot rattle him, even if he hasn't been on this stage before, and that's what we saw come to fruition in the fourth quarter.
Speaking of haven't been on the stage before, I feel like I'm hammering that point to the point that it's redundant. Well, now that's throw it away, right? They've been in the finals and they're 1-0. How are the Celtics viewing all that was made of their inexperience as opposed to their much more experienced counterparts?
Well, Ime Udoka said before the game, Scott, it's just basketball. It's business as usual. We can't make more of a deal of it than it actually is. But now that they have a game under their belt, they had a couple of air balls early on. Maybe some jitters were coming up, bubbling to the surface. They settled in. And Ime Udoka actually said after the game that he found a lot of confidence in the way that this game went. Down 4 at half, they didn't feel they were playing all that well. Being able to claw their way back to hang with the Golden State Warriors, that gave them confidence, especially because I've heard you mention it on the show already. Jason Tatum, he didn't play all that well, but he was able to have 13 assists, and that is giving them confidence that because they didn't play all that well, they thought they have room to grow and build on this win, particularly because they think their best basketball is still in front of them.
I don't know how you can play any better than they did in that last 12 minutes. That was absolutely stunning to witness. Malika, thank you so much. We appreciate the time. Be well.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.